In today's video, I will be trying to do the impossible, and by do the impossible, I mean do the thing that many other creators have already done. Today, we're going to be rebuilding a 0 overall team. 0 overall offense and defense. They suck. They're the worst team by far. This is the worst team you could possibly rebuild. It doesn't get any worse than this. They're all 12 overalls. That's just because that's the lowest it could possibly go to. But they all have, I'm pretty sure they should all have zeroed out stats. So at least Garrett Gilbert has zeroed out stats here. But even if they're not, they're all 12 overalls. It's not like they're going to turn into anything at all. Even if they all had like 10 in all of their stats, they'd probably still be at 12. It wouldn't really change the outcome of this. But I need to explain this a little bit. This roster is actually quite old. So like the free agents are different. The overall rosters of the other teams look a lot different. Also, some of these teams just have some really random players on it that I don't understand why. But I couldn't really find a better roster to do this with. Like for example, I was just looking through the roster and I think it's the Bears. I'm pretty sure they have Julio Jones. Yeah, for some reason they just have Julio Jones and AJ Green. It would take me a really long time to go through and trade all those players back to their original teams. I don't think it's really going to impact this video all that much. I'm just focused on my team anyway. But if this is a video you guys end up enjoying, definitely consider hitting that like button down below. It helps me out so much in the end. Also, if you end up enjoying the video, I'd be greatly appreciative if you could hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you guys back for my next upload. A few more things I'd like to say before I get into this one. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, join my Discord, or check out my second channel. I've actually started uploading there again. You can find those links down below in the description. I'm not sure if it's like cheating if I sign free agents and trade a couple of them. I mean, I have a 0 overall team, okay? So I'm just going to sign like 4 free agents. Try to get a couple more first-round draft picks. I don't want to get like a crazy number of first-rounders, but I will be signing Eric Berry, William Hayes, Des Bryant, and Austin Seferian-Jenkins. I'll just get 2 extra first-rounders. We'll have 3 for this season. I don't think the Dolphins have more than 1, at least in this roster right now. I'm a 9 overall now after that. That's pretty dope. That's worth drinking to. Okay, boom. I'm trading with the Raiders for their first-round draft pick, and now I'll just be doing one more just to get a little bit of a boost, like a little head start, I guess, into this rebuild. I don't really think it's going to make much of a difference at all. But let's go with, I don't even know, the Cardinals, I guess. They're sometimes really poor. At least they used to be, so I think we can go with them here. There we go. We have 3 first-round draft picks now, at least. Let's start simulating and just see if this team can score any points. Honestly, that will be successful for the first season if we can get like a field goal or something at least. I just simulated straight ahead to the Super Bowl, so the Bears and the Chargers are in it. Of course, we did not win a single game, but did we score any points? Okay, this is the most important part. Our preseason was highlighted by only losing by 97 to the Jaguars. Regular season, did we score any points? Of course we didn't. I didn't really expect to. We only got 77 put up on us against the Jets. I mean, come on. And the Steelers, that's improvement. We are certainly improving, but let's just go through the stats. Are you ready to see if anybody did anything positive? I would not be surprised, honestly, if we don't have any total yards. We have 942 from the quarterback. 18 interceptions. I mean, if you look at it this way, he's a better quarterback than Jameis Winston, right? I mean, so, Russell Shell, negative 424 yards. I mean, he's getting there. He's certainly getting there. We have somehow positive yards per reception. I don't even know how that's possible. I mean, Zach Marriott is struggling a little bit. About 3 sacks per game. Honestly, I expected that to be worse. I mean, but look at this guy. Keyshawn Bierria? I don't know who this is, but 125 tackles. I mean, come on. Do we get a sack? No. Did we get a pick? No. A tackle for loss? Of course not. But you know, we're making some strides. Okay, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. I promise. But Super Bowl 54, Bears and Chargers. Who's gonna win? The Bears are gonna win 28-24. Of course, we're not bringing anybody back. Let me actually check if anyone went up in development. Wait, the team. Why do we have a 25 overall offense? What changed? Oh, we signed a couple guys to the practice squad. Okay, that's why that changed. Those guys were not playing throughout the regular season. At least I don't think they were. But did anyone go up in development? Come on. No, I was hoping the linebacker may have. It wouldn't have even made any sort of difference. It's not like they turned into anything. But let's go into free agency. I'm thinking I could just lowball so many different players, and I don't know if I'm going to keep them all on the team or if I'll just trade them all away. But $169.76 million to spend. And we got Kareem Hunt, Kendall Fuller, who's up to superstar. He could be a player I actually keep long-term then. Hunter Henry, Eric Ebron, Ryan Shazier. Okay, so I pretty much plan, and Tyler Boyd is here. I think he's a guy I kind of want. I pretty much plan just to lowball every single player possible. I don't know if I'm going to dish out any massive contract right now, at least. I may save that down the line, even though we have a ton of money. I may still save that down the line. But Kendall Fuller, I feel like could be worth it. He could actually be a dude we use in the long run. Most of the guys, though, I do go after in this free agency period are probably going to be traded just for some more draft picks and stuff like that. And maybe some younger players, if I can do it that way. But if I can get a couple of these pretty young guys already, I'm good to keep them for like 5 years or whatever until this team is in any capacity to win a game. All right, so we got Harrison Butker. That's a good start. He's actually probably going to be the kicker this entire time. We got Randall Cobb, Ronald Darby, Von Bell. Did not get Kendall Fuller. That actually really bothers me, but we did get Tyler Boyd. I went after a ton more players just to be, like I said, like trade pieces, honestly. I don't know if any of these guys will be on the team long term, so we're not going to get Kenny Stills or Jordan Howard. Josh Gordon won't accept, but Willie Snead might still. Keelan Cole could accept. Josh Doxson, Bradley Roby probably won't. Okay, I can still even go after some more players. We have a ton of money still, and if I give them small enough contracts, we should be fine. Okay, let's sim by another week. We're going to get rejected a ton, but we got Jonathan Jones, Josh Doxson, Willie Snead. Did not get Ezekiel Hunsa. We got Keelan Cole, rejected by a whole ton of the guys up there. Damian Williams, Charles Clay, both accepted. Okay, so we're building the team up, right? It still looks awful. I'll probably do this again. Just another round of free agency. I really don't think any of the guys I signed will stay on the team long term. The only one who I think has potential is Tyler Boyd, because I think he's the youngest out of all the guys I went after. He's 25. He could actually be something decent, depending on how long we keep this franchise going for. I really don't know how long it's going to be. But let's go after a couple more guys who are still here. Also, I'm going to be massively cheesing the system, so if you guys don't like my regular fantasy style rebuilds, you're not going to like this one. But what do you expect me to do? Like, I can't do this realistically. I'll never get anywhere. Well, we'll probably sign a ton of running backs because running backs have a lot of value for some reason. Almost like every team has at least yellow interest in most running backs. Okay, we also got William Hayes, Kenneth Dixon, Andrew Sendejo, and Dean Lowry. Okay, so we actually have a pretty good basis to start trading on. Now let's hop into the draft. I messed up a little, not that badly. Like, I didn't scout anybody later. I let the computer do everything. I meant to hop back in during this period right now, but this draft probably really won't be that important. Honestly, the only thing important about this draft is me trading away every single possible pick. I really don't think I'm going to take, like, any first-round draft pick this year. I may, but most likely not. Let me actually check out the draft board quick before I do anything, just to see what it's looking like at all. I don't think anybody would be worth it at this point. Maybe like a franchise quarterback who looks unbelievable, but there's none of those guys. Here's a guy in the 5th round who can certainly be somebody we go after at some point. But anybody who looks like generationally amazing, I don't really think so, like right off the bat. There's a couple really solid looking guys, but definitely no one that deserves this pick right now. I mean, Russ Fort looks pretty cool. He's very strong. He's pretty slow, though. A really good-looking defensive tackle. Maybe we can take him at some point. I don't know. But let me trade this pick away. Let me try to get the Panthers first this year and maybe first next year at least. I just want to get a ton of draft picks for this following season. Okay, I got their first this year, first next year, and second next year. Okay, so let's see what the Panthers decide to take, and I'll probably trade down this next draft pick as well. The Panthers trade up to number 1 to take Christian Hauser, a defensive end out of Notre Dame. Okay, so what can I get for the 2nd overall pick? This is all this year from the Rams. It's an 8th overall pick, a 2nd and a 3rd rounder. That could be something I'd go with. Or this Lions pick. The Lions pick, I think, is actually going to be the move, because the Lions are usually pretty bad. Actually, that's not a 1st rounder this year. Never mind, I lied. I'm going to go with the Rams pick. Let's get another 1st rounder for this year, a 2nd and a 3rd this year, which I can trade away later as well. Let's advance now to pick number 6. And trade this one away. I'm sorry for all the trade downs, but you just have to expect that's what's going to happen here. I want at least a 1st next year, and definitely not from the Patriots. Or from the Colts. Okay, so let's just do another manual trade. I'm trading this pick away for the Broncos' 1st and 3rd round draft picks next year. Is this defensive tackle available? I may just take this guy if he's here. I think he did get selected, though. And he did not, actually. I kind of want this guy. He looks so good. It's supposed to be late 1st round. Maybe I can try to do something where I trade this pick away for like a mid-1st round draft pick and then still get something next year. I don't think it's worth taking him right now if I can. It doesn't really seem worth it to trade this pick away, so I'm not going to do it because the most I could have gotten for that was like a 6th round draft pick extra. Could have thrown in a couple players, but I'll just take a player with this pick. Why not, okay? We're going to go with this defensive tackle. He's probably the best player left. Hugh Stamer, welcome to the team. 80 overall hidden development. Okay, he's the best player in the class. This guy could probably stay on the team the whole time. Maybe if he has star, I'll try to trade him. I don't know, but he looks really good. Then the 24th overall pick. Is this even worth taking, or should I just trade this one away? Hold on. Let's just check out who is available still. There's a quarterback. There's this running back. Maybe I'll take the running back like next round or something. I don't know. I don't really want anybody. Maybe I can get another 1st next year for this, but I kind of doubt it. I'll take that. I'm giving the Bears that 1st round draft pick and Rodney Anderson for their 1st and 3rd next year. So we have a good number of draft picks now for this next season, which I like, but I'm going to get a couple more. Let's trade with, I'm thinking maybe the 49ers. When's my next pick after this? It's at number 8. I think it's worth to trade this pick away then. Let's just go with that 49ers one. Let's get a 2nd and a 7th next year. Is that running back still available? I will take him if he's here. He is not still here. That's fine. I could go quarterback. Zack Marriott or Nicholas Beckham? Mid-1st round talent. Mid-1st round talent. Or there's this guy down here, early 5th round talent. He's not going to be that good. So let's just go with Nicholas Beckham. Welcome to the team. 71, but he does have hidden, so who knows? This dude could be our quarterback of the future. I highly doubt it, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. How are there no late 1st round offensive linemen? There's usually a few. That's kind of frustrating. Okay, so maybe we don't go that route right now then. Well, this kind of sucks. Okay, so then what's like the best available? This guy's the next best available player, and I think it's actually worth it to take him because I can certainly trade him. Quarterbacks have a lot of value, especially if you're a rookie. So I think I'm going to go that route. Welcome to the team, Zack Marriott. 72 overall hidden. Okay, this guy will probably start. He seems better than the other guy we drafted. Here in the 3rd round, who do we take? I have no idea. Is there anybody left who looks relatively decent? This guy actually looks really good. I don't know if he's gonna be any good, though. I don't know if it's worth it just to take a risk on him. Honestly, I'm about to do it. Screw it. Terrell Crawford. Welcome to the team. That's probably so dumb. He has hidden development trait, though. It was definitely a stupid draft pick, right? I should not have done that. It would have been way more worth it just to trade that one away. But you know what? I don't care. I definitely do care a little bit. Let's trade this draft pick away. What can we get? A 3rd and a 5th next year? That seems like a good bit of value. So I will probably be taking that one. Or a 3rd and a 6th from the Jags. The Jags were worse than the Seahawks this year. But I'll take the 5th round draft pick as well. I do think we actually will start scoring points this year, which is nice. That's always fun to see. Can we get anybody who's like at least okay? Probably not. If I can land like a 70 or something, that would be massive. I don't think I'll be able to. I need like tackles. There's this guy. I'm definitely going to take Dale Kopp, I think. He was supposed to go in the 2nd round, right? Yeah, I'm taking him. 69 overall, normal development, but easily the best offensive lineman on this team. Says this guy's supposed to go in the 4th round? Early 4th round? Okay, William McGee. 65. He is awful, but he's pretty fast, you know? He has something going for him. I just simmed to the end of the draft there. I'll let the computer do the rest. I traded away a ton. So we have a ton of draft picks for this next season, which is going to be nice. I know I just said a ton twice, but you know what? Who cares? So here's the draft we had. Of course, we landed an 80 overall, the best player in the class. That's always fun to see. A couple 60s at the end. Okay, we got a couple 50s as well. Whatever. I'll take it. They're all starters, right? I probably will start all of those guys this year. I don't think any of those guys will have much trade value at all. But we have the sole #1 player, Jermichael Buckner #2, Christian Hauser, Khalil Travis. Where's that other quarterback? I think there was another quarterback who looked alright, or did I get them both? I think I actually got them both. Yeah, so I got the 2 best quarterbacks in this class, which is really funny. But, you know, there's the class. It was actually pretty good looking. I think we actually did a pretty good job. We are now a 61 overall. Okay, so I will be going ahead and trading away a lot of the players I just signed, though. The thing is, do I trade for draft picks or players? I could definitely get away trading with players, or trading for players, because we have a lot of draft picks now for this next season. And I do want to keep at least a decent wide receiver core for the rookie quarterback. We now have a left tackle. We have a right tackle who's good enough, at least to start for this year. Defensively, we have a pretty decent defensive line. A lot of these guys will be traded, though, like I just said. But a couple of these like younger guys I could probably keep. Like Von Bell, I could probably keep on the team. Ronald Darby even might be able to stay. He's only 26. Tyler Boyd may be able to stay now. Okay, let's just see. Let's just see what I can get for this. For the players on my team. Maybe I can at least build up the offensive line. That seems really important right now. We can probably get like Quentin Nelson, who's super easy to trade for. But Tyler Boyd's actually making a good bit of money. But we do have the money. So that's alright. This is really interesting to me. So Beckham has more trade value than Marriott does. At least to the Colts. Maybe it's a whole scheme thing. But this is interesting. It's definitely not a scheme thing, though, because Andrew Luck fits my scheme, and Marriott fits their scheme then, since he also fits mine. I think because of that, I think the computer knows something. I wouldn't put it past Madden to, like, cheese the system like that. I'm going to keep Beckham. Leads me to believe he has a better development trait then, if he has a better, you know, trade value, considering he's a lower overall. So we'll be trading Marriott then. Yeah, he's yellow on a lot of teams. Okay, so let's just figure out who I even want for this. I definitely want to try to build up the offensive line as best as possible. That's probably the most important thing to me right now. So we can easily do that. Okay, the first trade here is going to be that Marriott dude, Damian Williams, and a 5th next year for Quentin Nelson. All right, a little bit of cheesery happening right now, giving the Packers 2 receivers for Elgton Jenkins and their 1st-round draft pick. Okay, I'm giving up Charles Clay, Willie Snead, and a 3rd next year for Shaq Mason and J.C. Jackson. Okay, I think this will be the final trade for this season. William Hayes, Kenneth Dixon, and Andrew Sendejo going to the Buccaneers for O.J. Howard and their 1st next year. You know what? This guy's going to be our running back for this year. Taj Irwin. It's a random rookie I just found with a hidden development trait. Yes, you are on the team. You're going to be our starting running back. Imagine this guy turns out to have like superstar or something insane. I'm going to take another random rookie down here, Tracy June. You can be the backup. All right, that's fine. Okay, I'd say the team is very much improved now after that first offseason and that long session of trading. We have a 66 overall, 69 offense, 64 defense. This team obviously is not probably going to win many games this year, but I definitely think we can win at least one. I really do. Maybe when I simulate, the computer will sign some more free agents. I'm not exactly sure, but let's just get that underway. Let me point this out as well. I changed to a 4-3 defense, and the only reason is because we have a better scheme fit as a 4-3. I honestly don't care what the schemes are right now, like what the defense and the offense look like. I just went with the best scheme fit. All right, that's a big improvement. We went from not winning a single game to winning one at the mid-season mark. Not the end of the year, so we could even double this. You never know. Let's check out the development traits, though. I'm really interested in the quarterback. His development is X Factor. Okay, maybe that's a strategy I can start using if I don't want to spoil the development trait for myself. Let me see what the development, actually, I can actually just go check that out. Let me check out the development of the guy in the Colts. Because if it's less than X Factor, maybe that's an actual thing that happens. I also have no idea why this happened, but Tua is on the Chiefs. What? I don't know what's going on with this roster, but it's really weird looking. I don't know. I'm not really that worried about it. I'm just focused on my team. The NFL is going to start looking weird anyway because of all the stupid trades I would have made by now and all the trades I did make. But Zack Marriott, what is his development trait? If it's less than X Factor, I'm going to be actually really surprised. It is star. Wait, maybe that works then. Maybe you can actually tell the development trait at least a little bit by the value that the other teams place on the player. Okay, that's interesting. That could be something we try to take advantage of later down the line. But anyway, what are the development traits of these other guys? So somehow this running back's not playing. Oh, it's because we signed him. I'm going to look at his development trait, just because he probably would have played 500 by now. It's just star. All right. I mean, I wasn't really hoping for that much more. But his development trait was glitched out there, so that's the only reason why I checked. Defensively, we have star for the defensive tackle. I really wish that was more than that. It's whatever, though. I'm not going to bother spending the experience points. Let's just simulate now to the end of the year. Before I do that, though, let me actually bring back some players I know I'm going to want long-term, like O.J. Howard I'll probably bring back. Taj Irwin's probably a guy I bring back. J.C. Jackson, same thing goes for him, because these guys are all young and have a lot of potential, and we still have a ton of money. So even if I want to splurge in this free agency period, we certainly can. Okay, all those guys came back to the team. I'm good with that. Let me actually consider the punter. What are his stats all about? I didn't really see them there. He actually has really good speed, but I can decide another punter really easily. That's fine. He's actually super cheap, but it's not a big deal. I'll get a punter some other time. Let's go to the playoffs now. Wow, we didn't make the playoffs, but we did actually almost beat the Cardinals. Okay. We finished 1-15, doing so much better than last year. Importantly, though, how did the quarterback do? Actually pretty well. All things considered, he has a terrible team around him, and he still almost passed for 4,000 yards. That is a lot of promise. The running back was atrocious. My lord, 2.7 yards per carry. Tyler Boyd, though, had an excellent year. Okay, O.J. Howard did well, too. Maybe that's some development trait upgrades, then. The offensive line looks at least okay. I don't really have to address that for a little while. Defensively, we have 120 tackles for that one guy. 14 tackles for loss, though, for the defensive tackle. 4.5 sacks for him as well. I think this is like a linebacker I just signed in free agency with 126. 2 picks for a couple players, 1 for a couple other guys down there. Okay, I'm not going to bother with you. Actually, no, I will look at the awards. I don't know why I almost said I'm not going to bother, because we do have some rookies who can win some stuff. So we're not going to be an MVP or anything like that, but we might be in some other awards. Like, for some reason, Aaron Rodgers is on the Bears. Like, I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what happened with this roster, but like I said, I couldn't find any better roster to do this with. If you know of a better one, let me know, and maybe I can try to do this again some other time. But let's check out the AFC. Tua on the Chiefs, Mitchell Trubisky on the Jets. Interesting, very interesting. Defensive Player of the Year, though, does not go to anybody on our team, of course. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Nicholas Beckham. Okay, Defensive Rookie of the Year is not the defensive tackle. Huge stamer. Almost. At number 3, we have a couple Dolphins, actually more than a couple. We have 4 at 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, that's nice to see. But now, let's simulate to the Super Bowl. I really hope somebody went up in development. Nobody did go up in development, at least here on the offense, but the quarterback has 6 experience points. That's going to be nice. Defensively, I think this guy went up to star. I mean, I'll take that. That's a pretty cool thing to see. Okay. All right. Well, who's in the Super Bowl? I forgot who it was. The Chiefs and the Bears. Okay, let's advance. The Bears make it back to the Super Bowl again. And they do not win the Super Bowl. The Chiefs are going to win 28-27. So we're not going to have anybody here who I want to bring back. I can easily fill all these spots in free agency. I think I might try to sign as many of the best players as I can to get this team maybe into like 500 territory. That could be a good goal to shoot for this year. $98.66 million. Jalen Ramsey, Julio Jones, okay, Christian McCaffrey. We can make this work. Look at all these studs who are available now. We can certainly take this team to be something else. Okay, well, let's go after Jalen Ramsey and Christian McCaffrey for sure. Did we get the guys we went after? This would be massive if we could. We got Jalen Ramsey, we got Christian McCaffrey, and we got Eddie Jackson. Oh my. Okay, the team's a 74 overall after that. I think this team can actually win a good number of games. I really do. We added a lot of talent now. Jalen Ramsey's massive. Eddie Jackson's also, like, just as massive. Christian McCaffrey, all X factors. I can't believe that just happened. That's awesome. We also have a crap ton of draft picks. So this could be a very, very fun season. I'm excited. Look at this guy, Robert Knight. Early third-round projection, but his talent is early first. Okay, yeah, that's a player we're going to take. You know, I genuinely think we're going to be able to make this team, I don't know about a playoff contender, but I think we're going to at least be able to make them 500. Quentin Nelson, 5th-year option? Yeah, why not? I don't know. I don't really know if these are even worth it, to be honest, though, because it's like, I could just bring them back to a long-term deal at the end of the year. Maybe like some of the more expensive players, I don't know. But Ben Gideon accepted, Hassan Reddick rejected, John Ross, though, accepted. You know, once again, we obviously have the first pick, but again, I will be trading this one away. What are the Titans trying to offer? Anything? No. So I could trade back with the Eagles, but I'm just going to do what I did last year and try to trade back with the number 2 team. Okay, there we go. They accepted it. Who are they going to take at number 1 overall? I don't know if I'll trade away my second pick or not. I might with the Eagles or something. They go ahead and take Ashley Mitchell, a tight end, with the number 1 overall pick. Okay. Let's try to trade away this one with the Eagles and get their pick for next year. And then with this next pick, I will actually take a player. Okay, giving them the second pick, a 4th and a 7th this year for their first this year, next year, and a second next year. I'm good with that. Let's see what the Eagles decide to take. There are a couple good corners in this class. I wouldn't be surprised if they took one now, and they do not. They go Brandon Hunter instead, left end out of Notre Dame. But this class looks pretty good. There's some other guys I really want to take a bit later in the draft. I could go with this guy. Joseph McGrath looks really good, but I'm actually excited to take a defensive end, and it's not that guy. I could still use him, though. I definitely could. So maybe we just draft 2 defensive ends this class. How fast is he? 4.84. He could probably play in a 4.3 just fine. Let me just look around a little bit more. Like, London Church looks pretty good. Supposed to go mid-first. What is McGrath's talent? It is actually mid-first. So I don't really want to take him then, to be honest. I'd rather go elsewhere. He's going to be selected by the next time we draft, but that's fine. I don't think he's going to be that crazy. He'd be like a 76 if I had to guess. Anybody here supposed to go early first? I could go Thomas Smith. I do need linebacker. Again, another player supposed to go mid-first. But I really need linebacker on this team. We recently did just sign a linebacker, but I still do want another one. Yeah, we signed Ben Gideon, but I want another linebacker, so I think I'm going to take that guy, even though he's probably not that good. I'm aware, but he most likely has hidden development trait, and I think that's definitely worth it. It's between him and McGrath, and honestly, they're probably about the same overall, because if you look at their talents both mid-first round. So I'm going to go with Thomas Smith. I think he's a bit more important right now. 73 overall, hidden. Ranked number 18, took him number 3. A bit of a reach, but hopefully his development is something crazy. He also has 88 speed. And even if he has stars, 73 rookie star linebacker is great to have, because he will most likely go up in development after this year anyway. So I'm okay. Let's see what McGrath is if he goes soon. He was a 75. He really was not that much better, but of course I will have to check out his development trait. I picked number 6, though. I think I'm going to go cornerback, because there's a couple of really, really nice looking corners. I think Latwan Spence is going to be a little better. 4.36 speed compared to 4.35, so he's a little slower, but he has B+ awareness and B+ zone, as opposed to B+ zone, B awareness. So Latwan Spence, welcome to the team. 77 overall hidden development trait. Ranked at number 5, we took him at number 6. Very fast, good man, good zone. This guy can do either of those well, which is nice. He is going to dominate on this team, I think. I could actually take that other cornerback, which is funny, and then trade whoever we have. Because obviously we have Jalen Ramsey. We still have Ronald Darby, I think, who I probably will trade because he's going to be getting expensive soon. Because J.C. Jackson's still here too. I actually don't really need that other cornerback. He is going to be really good. I could trade him for some more value, which actually is an option. But I really want this one guy just in case he goes. Like, I kind of want to take him now. We have so many draft picks. This draft is going to take so long. I want, where is he? It's a defensive end. This guy, Quantavius Patterson. He looks unreal. absolutely unreal. Early first round talent. He could be the best player in the class. I'm good with this. We're just kind of trading receivers there at the bottom with Keelan Cole and Deebo Samuel. I'm giving them Ronald Darby as well. And that 8th overall pick. Okay, that's fine. Let's see who they take with this pick now. I really want this defensive end. There's no chance they go with him. No, they go with Wesley Bradham. Okay, so I pick number 15. We should definitely be able to get this guy. He's probably the best player left. I doubt there's any other first-round projections. Actually, this guy might be. No, he's a mid-first-round projection. What about him? Late first-round projection. Looks very fast, though. But here we will be taking the defensive end, wherever he is. Here he is. Quintavious Patterson. I am so ready for this guy to be on the team. I hope he doesn't have normal. I wouldn't be that disappointed if he does, though. Still, he's on the team. 78, and he does have normal, but he's ranked number 1 in the entire draft. Horrible power moves, but amazing finesse moves. Good speed, good acceleration, good strength, good tackling. This guy, I think, can go up in development really easily. Now pick at number 29 in the first round, and then number 31, and then we have a bunch of second rounders. This is a crazy draft. Okay, we have so many different players here. Should I go with another quarterback to potentially trade? He's supposed to go early first round? Yes, we're going with him now. 76 with hidden. Oh, this is a tough situation. Because I don't know if I should keep him. Like, what if this guy has X Factor? He's probably going to be better than the quarterback we just had. Oh, this is really tough. I think what I'll do is try to use that same strategy I used before. And just see if, like, that guy randomly has more value or something. I don't know. That's actually a really hard decision. Oh, man. I guess at this point, let's just go with a backup running back. Kyrie Rodriguez is on the team. 75 with hidden development trait. Okay. He's going to be a pretty good player for us. He's just going to be a backup. Of course, we have Christian McCaffrey. No chance that guy's getting any kind of, like, starting action. I should probably trade some of these away for next year because I don't have all that many draft picks for this next season. I maybe should have traded away those first rounders for it, but here we go. Let's just trade down the first pick in the second round to get stuff for next season. I don't want anything else for this year. I have so many draft picks for this year already. That's good enough for me. I'll pick up an extra 3rd this year, but I'm getting a 2nd and a 5th next year. I'll trade away this draft pick as well. Get some stuff for next year. And then with the 15th pick in the second round, I will be selecting that tight end. I think I will keep that part in the video. I highlighted him earlier because he looks really, really solid. We're going to go with the Titans here. We're going to get another 5th this year as well. Oh, my. Okay, well, at least we're piling on some draft picks for this following season. I feel like this is the best way to do this, right? Like a 0 overall rebuild. Just trading away, like, all of your draft picks. Only taking the players who you know are going to be amazing. I kind of messed that up a little bit by taking that one wide receiver who didn't really turn out to be anything. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. We're going to go with this guy, though. Robert Knight. He actually looks super good. He's a 77 with normal. He's not going to start at tight end, but wow, that was a good draft pick. 80 speed, 75 catching, 83 acceleration. He's going to be an excellent backup for us. Who do we go with now? We should probably go with some of these first-round guys, right? So, Darren Swain or Garrison Sheik. What is more important to me right now? We also have a bunch of third-round picks. Look at that. We have 5 third-round draft picks. We can probably land the rest of these players, like, all in a row. So I'm actually good with that. I'll probably just do that. Honestly, let's go with Garrison Sheik first. 70 overall, but he has hidden. Okay, I wasn't actually expecting him to have hidden. I thought since he was so late down the board, I just figured he'd have normal. All right, up next, a third-round draft pick. Let's go ahead and land... Who do we want to go with? I'm going to go with Darren Swain, just because he's supposed to go in the first round. His talent, at least, is first round. So welcome to the team. Maybe a 70? He's a 71. Yeah, he's good enough to play on this team. This is unbelievable how many draft picks I actually acquired. Okay, our cap situation is going to be so bad in the coming years. But that's fine. Hopefully we can finish this by then. I guess at this point, let's just go with one of these guys. I'm going to go with the dude who skipped the combine. 69 overall, and he skipped the combine? I mean... does not get much better than that. Continuing down here, going with Jay Pitts. 69 overall as well for him. Okay. A lot of really good draft picks right now. I could maybe even trade some of those guys, so we'll see what happens. Ali Harris, though, a defensive tackle. This guy actually looks pretty good as well. He's a 68 overall. Okay, all right around the same, area overall-wise. It's fine, though. This next guy as well is probably going to be, like, in the upper 60s. He actually might be a little worse. He's definitely going to be a little worse. Austin Rudd, welcome to the team. 66 overall. Okay, took him a little bit after he was actually supposed to go. Next pick is in the 5th round, and with that pick, I will be taking a punter. Are you ready for the best player in the entire class? Okay, this punter. A+ kick power. All I'm looking at. 72. He was supposed to go in the first round. 91 kick power, 70 speed, 72 accuracy. That guy's actually a stud of a punter. I am simulating to the end of the draft now. The computer can do the rest. I missed on a little bit, right? So, I mean, this guy I don't think is going to be bad. I really don't. He's a 73. I knew he wasn't going to be that high of an overall before I drafted him, and I even pointed that out. But I do think he is going to be good enough to become a stud one day on this team. I really do. Got a bunch of guys in the upper 70s. We got a bunch of guys in the upper 60s. The 72 overall punter. This right tackle is actually sick. Kevin Poole, a 69 overall. So many 69 overalls. The best draft we've ever had. And then Kenyon Claiborne can be a good backup middle linebacker for us. Okay, that's pretty cool. I have to check out that one defensive end, though. Let me see what his development trait is. That's very important to me right now. Joseph McGrath. He has hidden development trait. Let's check out what it is. If it's more than star, I'm going to say that he's probably better than the defensive end we did end up drafting. It is just star. So even though normal to star is a pretty big difference, I think I would rather have that guy we ended up taking. Let me check out this dude's stats a little bit more. He has really solid stats, though. Good power moves, good speed, good acceleration. He could have totally fit on this team, but I'm good with who we got. I really am. Let me check out this other cornerback as well. It was Tristan Wilkinson. Imagine taking Wesley Bradham when this guy's still on the board. What are you doing? The Lions got a great cornerback. Not good man coverage, but really solid zone, good speed, good acceleration, of course. Looks very similar to our guy. I think our guy can just man cover better. Let's check out his development trait, though. It is X Factor. Okay. I really hope our guy has X Factor as well, because if not, I'm going to be kind of upset I didn't take the other dude. So I checked the value of these players against every team, and they have the same exact value for every single team. So that really makes me believe Samuels has X Factor. And some of you might hate this, but I'm looking, okay? This is really important to me, because if he ends up having X Factor, I'm trading the dude above him. There's no reason to keep this guy on the team if the backup has X Factor, and vice versa. So if this guy is the only one with X Factor, there's no point in keeping Samuels. Let's see what his development is. If it's X Factor, I'm going to freak out, because that means I drafted 2 X Factor quarterbacks. Here we go. It's Superstar X Factor. You have to be kidding. Okay, I'm giving the Vikings my first this year and next year. I don't think those are going to be that good of first-round draft picks, honestly. And Beckham for Danielle Hunter. I didn't really think that'd go through right now, but Dean Lowry and Jonathan Jones going to the Eagles for Jason Kelce. I know he's really old, but I don't really care. I kind of just want him for like 1 or 2 more years anyway. We're kind of at the point now where I'm like ready to start winning. Like, I think this team can certainly make it into the playoffs very shortly. So I'm just going to probably move around the offensive line a little. Maybe have Jason Kelce play tackle, because he's our best offensive lineman now. And yeah, I'll probably have him play left tackle. Let's see what his overall goes down to over there. Only goes down to an 89. I'm comfortable with that. And then Kopp can play right tackle. Here is the team. It looks so different from when we started. 83 overall, 85 offense, 81 defense. This team can certainly get something done this year. I really think they can make it to the playoffs. I'm honestly just now looking for like a stud #1 receiver. I mean, Tyler Boyd was great last year, but I'm looking for somebody in the 90s. A bigger receiver as well. Tyler Boyd can just be the 2 in the slot. Maybe we can get that going next year. But the offensive line looks so nice. We have Christian McCaffrey now on the team. We have a new quarterback who we did spoil the development for, but that was definitely necessary. I don't normally do that. If you guys have watched my rebuilds this year, I never look at the development traits of players I draft, but I figured it was kind of imperative in that situation because it really determined who I was going to trade. I did not need them both on the team. At tight end, we still have O.J. Howard looking good at an 86. And then defensively, it looks so nice on this side of the ball too. I could also use another linebacker. That's something I have to prioritize. I was trying to trade for one with those last couple of guys, but I could not get anything going. But Danielle Hunter is now on the team. We have Jalen Ramsey, Eddie Jackson. This team is definitely in a spot to win. Also, Smith moved to middle linebacker, where I think he can go off. We also have Spence, that rookie corner, who's going to have a great season, hopefully. But now, we can start simulating. Hopefully the record's good. All right, give me a winning record. 4-3, we actually have a winning record. It took 2 years, but we're back, okay? We are in second place behind the Bills, 3-4 for the Pats, 2-6 for the Jets. Now, we already know the development trait of the quarterback, right? We talked about this before. He has X Factor, which is insane. Anybody on the defense, though, have X Factor? I do not think so. At least as of now. Maybe this defensive tackle. I highly doubt it, though. The middle linebacker has star. This cornerback also has star. I want him being the number 2. Maybe get a little bit more playing time that way. That's fine. At least we drafted another X Factor quarterback, though. That's great to have, especially in a 0 overall rebuild. But Jason Kelce needs to come back to the team. I don't think I'm going to give him a contract, because he's probably just going to retire anyway. Harrison Butker I will bring back. He's pretty good. And other than that, we don't have anybody else who I want to bring back, so it's just Harrison Butker. Harrison Butker is really going to be stingy? Okay, fine. You're not coming back to the team then. All right, cool. Have fun in free agency. I'm not going to miss you. We did not make the playoffs this year, but we had to have been close. We were 8-8. Okay, we actually were fairly close. The Bills 12-4, Patriots also 8-8, Jets 6-10. How did this quarterback play, though? This is super important to me. Oh, my. Yeah, he was the correct decision. Oh my god. 4,803 yards, 41 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I am so happy we kept him. Christian McCaffrey was excellent. 13 touchdowns, 1,152 yards. Tyler Boyd was just on another planet. 103 catches, 1,564 yards, 12 touchdowns. O.J. Howard was amazing. He almost had 100 and 1,000 too, with 9 touchdowns. John Ross gets 6. Christian McCaffrey receives well with 5. Deebo Samuel gets 3. I still want a different receiver, though. I want Tyler Boyd to be the slot in the 2, and then somebody else to come in and be the 1. Jason Kelce shifted over to left tackle fairly well. That's not a bad number to let up. 129 tackles for Thomas Smith with 3 picks. Hopefully that's enough. We have 12 tackles for loss for Hugh Stamer, but we have 12.5 sacks for Quintavious Patterson. I hope he gets a dev up. 3 picks for Smith, we already mentioned. 2 for Ben Gideon, 1 for a few other players down there. Okay, the team is playing actually really well on offense. We are first with almost 6,400 yards, and then 25th on defense. Okay, the defense has to get a little better. Do we have the MVP? We do not. At number 3 is Noah Samuels. There's Tua again. Look at him, looking great. Cam Newton's on the Bengals. What is even happening? just a strange roster. Let me know if there's a better one. I think I mentioned that before, though. Josh Allen, Offensive Player of the Year. Noah Samuels at number 3. Defensive Player of the Year is J.J. Watt. We have Thomas Smith, though, at number 9. There's another rookie, though. Anthony Reyna. Actually, that might not be a rookie. That could just be a player who was drafted a year ago. Considering he's an 82, I don't really know what to think about that. If he was upgraded during the year, which he was, a rookie could be that high by now. I don't know. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Noah Samuels, but we have Kyrie Rodriguez and Robert Knight at 4 and number 5. I think Knight's the tight end. Rodriguez is the running back. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Thomas Smith. Quintavious Patterson at 2. Latuan Spence at 3. Ali Harris, Garrison Sheik at 5 and 6. That is awesome to see. I'm imagining then that guy from the Broncos was a rookie, not this year, but the year before. Okay, so let's go to the Super Bowl. The Vikings and the Browns are in the Super Bowl. I guess all the Vikings need to get into the Super Bowl is to not have Daniil Hunter anymore. You know, just give him to the Eagles. They'll make good use out of him. But 31-15 for the Browns. Let's see the development trade upgrades, potentially. And let's see the experience points, especially for this quarterback. He has 10. Oh my. Okay, well, Tyler Boyd went up in development. How is O.J. Howard not a superstar? Come on, what does he have to do? That's a crazy year, and they're just like, nope. He's still just a star. The middle linebacker went up to superstar with 7 experience points. The defensive tackle only has star. That's fine. Spence has 3. Okay. I wish Patterson went up. How did he not? And he only got 2. That's sad. But anyway, at least we have a superstar middle linebacker now. That's what I mean. Like, if you can get a rookie linebacker with star, you're pretty much guaranteed like a superstar or an X-Factor linebacker in a couple of years. We are going to hop into free agency here, though. We have $50.35 million. Still a ton of money. I think this next year is going to be the playoff season. I really do. Luke Kuechly is the number 1 player. Saquon Barkley. James Daniels is here. Yeah, James Daniels is a player I'm going after. I should probably go after like Andrew Whitworth too, just to get a good tackle for this last season. I don't know if it's the last season, but for another season. Darius Geis is down here. He's a pretty interesting player. We do need another linebacker, though, so I think we're going to go after Luke Kuechly. He retired in real life, but screw it. He's not retired right now, okay? We're going to give him a contract, and we're going to make this team just godly for this last year. I keep saying last year. For this next season. It's probably not going to be the last season. It took us a couple years, but our money is almost entirely gone. I don't care, though. We're trying to make the best possible team we can. Let's see if we got those 3 guys. We got Whitworth. We did not get Kuechly or James Daniels. I gave them both a lot of money, and they were just like, nah, we're good. We're not going to come on this up-and-coming team. I hate you guys. Jordan Hicks is on the team. So is Jason Kelce and Antonio Brown. We're just, you know, going all out here. I don't even care. Antonio Brown, I haven't used him in a very long time in this game. He's going to be probably the number 2, actually. Tyler Boyd will be the 1 in the slot. We're going to see how that works. But now we have, didn't we just sign Jason Kelce? Yeah, he's a left tackle. I'm stupid. I just had him at left tackle. He's moving back to center. This team's actually going to be so solid for this next season. And I really hope we can do something here in the playoffs. Hopefully we make it there at first. All right, let's enter the 2022 NFL Draft. When do we pick? We pick at number 9. I think I have a couple other first-round draft picks as well. I'm pretty sure I have like 3 this year. No, we have 4. 9th, 10th, 15th, and 28th. We still have a ton of draft picks for this year. My lord. Okay. Our cap room is going to be completely depleted in a little while. All right, let's sim to my draft pick now. We're just checking out the draft board there. I didn't do any scouting myself for this season, so I just like to see what's going on. Lionel Hall, though, going into the Redskins, a cornerback out of Ohio State. Who should we take here? Okay, so Carson Burns looks extremely good. But the defensive end we just had a really good rookie season. He didn't go up in development or anything like that, but I definitely still think he's worth it to keep on the team. I don't think I'm going to go with Carson Burns. He's probably a stud, but I'm just not going to take him. Laquan Peters looks really good. He could be a guy I go after, but I really do need a linebacker. And the one middle I was looking at is no longer here, but Perry Walton is. I can wait on him a little bit. I could probably take him like 15th. So Laquan Peters is on the team. 76 with Hidden. Yeah, that was a good draft pick. Totally a reach. Took him number 9. He's ranked number 10. Sure. But he's going to be our number 2 D tackle. We also have the 10th overall pick. And I guess here, I'm just going to go linebacker. I think at number 15, I'll take that one guard up there that I was looking at before. Carson Burns is still so intriguing. But I do really like how that other guy played we had this past year. I think he can do that again. But Perry Walton, welcome to the team. 76 with Hidden. Another massive reach. We took him one whole pick earlier as well. So this guy's kind of slow with 80 speed, but he has good hit power, good tackling. Pretty decent acceleration, I guess to make up a little bit for his rather poor speed, but 85 pursuit's not bad either. Okay, this guy's going to get a good amount of playing time. All right, Carson Burns was a 77. Looks like a really solid player, but it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Here, though, I'm going to go offensive lineman, and it's going to be this right guard, Parrish Bright. Another 76, this time normal, though. He'll probably find some playing time somewhere. I don't know exactly where yet. Probably right tackle the more I think about it, because I do need a new right tackle a little bit. I swear, like 80% of this video has been drafting. But that's what's going to happen when you have to do this. You have so many draft picks. I almost want to take the Heisman winner, Rashawn Morrison. He's going to be really poor. But I really do want to take him. If he's there with my next pick, I definitely will be taking him. Who can I go with here? Maybe corner? No, there's no good corners left. I could go with a speed rusher. John Slater. Supposed to go mid-first round. He actually looks like a pretty good player. I'm not sure how often he'll play, but I will take him. He's probably the best player left. He's a 75 with Hidden, ranked 13th. Okay, 84 speed, 86 acceleration. He's not going to get much playing time, especially as an outside linebacker in this kind of scheme we have going. I don't think he's going to start at defensive end either, but he's just some good depth to have. It's always just good to have players like that in general, because when they do come in, they might be able to make some kind of difference. But Rashawn Morrison, I said I'd take him if he were still here right now. Let's go with him. He's a 70, but he has Hidden. I really think he's going to have like X Factor or something crazy just since he won the Heisman. There's another quarterback. Riley Gallery. Yes, you're on the team. 76, but this time he is normal. Oh my, these quarterback classes have been crazy. 91 throw power, 81 deep, 87 medium. Okay, I will take that. I'm going to trade away my final 2 second-round draft picks, and then I think I'm just going to simulate. What can I get for next year? If we even really encounter the draft next year. We probably will. I'm looking for 2023 stuff, though. 2023 second and a 7th from the Cowboys. Yeah, I will take that. It's probably going to be a really poor second, but whatever. We're going to trade this pick away as well, like I just mentioned. My internet has been so laggy for some reason. I don't understand why. A 3rd and a 4th from the 49ers. I also saw that from the Seahawks. Let's go with the Seahawks. I already know the computer drafted me 7 superstars, right? So we get a 69 overall right tackle. It's actually a great draft pick in the 4th round. Then we have a couple 50s, one more 60, and then another 50. Okay, well, let me see the development trade of that defensive end that I did not take. Part of me wishes I did take this guy. Like, he would have started, but I'm very content with the guy we have. I wish the other guy, like the dude who's on our team now, I wish he went up in development trait, but let's just see what this guy's development is. It is superstar. I probably should have taken him. But honestly, the guy we have played really well this last year. I really think he's going to do that again. I don't know how he didn't go up in development trade. I thought that was more than enough to at least get star. Look how far this team has come. 88 overall, 92 offense, 85 defense, all the way from a 0 overall in a couple years. I mean, come on. We have 3 X Factors and 2 other superstars on the offense. And then defensively, we have 2 X Factors, 2 more superstars, a couple guys whose development traits are not revealed on both sides of the ball. I have a lot of hope for this team. I think we can make the playoffs this year, but let's get started. I expect nothing less than to be undefeated right now. We are 4-4. Okay, we're not undefeated. The Jets, though, 6-1, pretty close to that. 3-4 for the Patriots and the Bills. And some dog decided to lose its mind outside. You gotta love that. We don't have many experience points going around on the offense. How is this team not playing well, man? Come on. Defensively, we have an X-Factor defensive tackle. Okay, yeah, sure, that's awesome. We have a star outside linebacker. Wish that was a little bit more. I don't think anyone else on the defense got revealed. We still have that running back who could be something. You never know. I feel like he might be something. But let's continue the simulation here after we figure out who we want back on the team. I think Quentin Nelson should be a free agent this year. I want him back for sure. Jason Kelce, I'm not going to bring back again. Andrew Whitworth, same thing for him. I don't think I'm going to bring back Deebo Samuel or Elgton Jenkins. So it's just Quentin Nelson. Once again, I'm filled with disappointment at the end of the year. It's fine. We finished 9-7, so we're slowly getting a little bit better. We probably just barely missed out on the playoffs then. How did this quarterback do in his sophomore year? Worse than his first year, but that's still a good season overall. 4,100 yards, 31 touchdowns, 7 picks. I will certainly take that. Christian McCaffrey, really good once again. 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns. Tyler Boyd is just unbelievable, man. 101 catches, 1,343 yards, 14 touchdowns. Antonio Brown is awful. Now, it's not that bad of a year, but I definitely expected a little bit more. The offensive line doing their thing, playing super well. We're going to have to replace a couple of those guys, though, this upcoming season. 115 tackles for Thomas Smith. We have 17 tackles for loss for Hugh Stamer. 11 sacks, again, over 10 for Quintavious Patterson. He's having a great, rebuild here. Laquan Spence, Jalen Ramsey, 2 picks. A couple other guys with 1. All right, man. This team looked pretty good. 13th in the NFL in offense. Defense is probably pretty bad again. He had 20th. I definitely need better than that. MVP this year was Marcus Mariota of the 4-12 Titans, and the Colts go undefeated. Okay, how are you gonna tell me the most valuable player of the entire league is on a team that won 4-12? Doesn't make too much sense to me, but it's all right. Mitchell Trubisky, I think, switched teams again. He's now on the Steelers. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Marcus Mariota. Noah Samuels, though, at number 9. Defensive Player of the Year is Telvin Smith. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Daniel Lyons. But we have Riley Gallery and Rashawn Morrison at 6 and 7. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jazir Hadley. But Perry Walton at number 4. We have Laquan Peters at number 6. I will now sim to the Super Bowl here, and I think I'm just going to go one more season after this one. If we make the playoffs or not, I think this video has still been enjoyable. Just going to be a nice 5-year rebuild of a 0 overall team, right? So let's check out the development trade upgrades before we do anything. Tyler Boyd should be an X Factor. He's had insane years back to back to back, and he is up to X Factor. Okay. This guy is superstar. I knew he'd have some funky development just because he won the Heisman. That's so cool. He'd be such a fun player to actually have on, a franchise team I'm playing. On the defense, though, we do have Patterson finally going up to star. He should have done that last year. He should be a superstar by now, but it's whatever. It's fine. Let's simulate. I think the Chargers are going to win. How did the Redskins make the Super Bowl before we do? Are you serious? There's no chance the Redskins have an 88 overall team or whatever we have. That is utter dominance. 23-3? Okay. They heard me talking about them. They're like, hey, shut up. We have a good team, and we're just going to prove it to you right now. Oh, God. Okay. Who is still here, though? We actually still could bring back Jason Kelce for another year. Andrew Whitworth is also still not bad. I'm down to bring back Jason Kelce. Do you want that? I don't feel like extending it. Okay, he wants to play for a new team. Wants the franchise tag. 14.7 mil. Nah, I think I can sign both of those guys back in free agency if I really need them. I'm not going to give Andrew Whitworth a contract either. Let's just sim to the offseason week 1. There should be other offensive linemen here who could be better. I'm not even sure which offensive lineman could be available right now, but let's check. $49.08 million. So Rodney Hudson is here. Devin White is also here. I'm going to go after Rodney Hudson here just because he's a bit of a better center than Jason Kelce is at this point, so why not just get the better player? I went after 3 different players. I hope we can get them all. We got Devin White, we got Rodney Hudson, and we got Andrew Whitworth. Okay, Devin White's going to be a really big upgrade at linebacker. I think I'm going to move our current linebacker back outside. So I don't have a first-round draft pick this year, but I do have a second-rounder, which is fun. Let me just see if there's anybody worth trading up for. I kind of doubt it. I could even land some of these guys later. There's some pretty good-looking offensive linemen. There usually are later in the draft. I don't need anything. I genuinely don't think I need anything on this team anymore. I guess I could use another receiver. And there's no good-looking receivers except for this guy, who's probably not even that great. I'm probably still going to take him, though. I think he's worth it, at least to get on the team. Do we even still have Antonio Brown, or did he retire? Antonio Brown did retire, so I'm definitely going to need to get a different wide receiver at some point. Whatever, let's just sim to the second round. I'll take that guy if he's available. If not, maybe I can just try to trade for one right now. The receiver is still here in the middle of the second round. Let's take him. 72 overall with hidden. That's probably not good enough to start, honestly, for this year. I mean, he looks crazy good. 94 speed, 94 acceleration, 79 deep route running. But I do want to see if I can trade for a different receiver just to get a true stud number 1 to help out the quarterback even more. I can't really trade this pick away for any player in particular. I just can't find anyone that will be accepted. So I'm just going to sim to the end of the draft. But did the computer take anyone good for me? It doesn't really look like it. A bunch of players in the 60s, though, which I guess isn't too bad. But who is the best player in this entire class? There was an 80 overall running back, DeMarcus Cates. Good lord, this guy looks pretty good. Only normal development, but still, he looks nice. There's also another good-looking running back, a 79 overall. 95 speed for this dude, too. Hidden development trade. This intrigues me. He only has star, but I mean, that's a great running back to have. I tried this exact trade, or like similar-looking trades, at least similar interest levels, for so many different receivers, and the best player I was able to get is Keenan Allen. So, he's on the team now. This is the team for the final season. This will definitely be the final year. It's an 88 overall, 88s across the board. So many X factors on offense, a couple more additional superstars. This team is very nice. We came such a long way from a 0 overall. I think I actually did a pretty decent job at this. I'm not sure what like the average is for how quickly other content creators got the team like playoff caliber. But I don't know. I don't imagine like 4 years is all that bad, but who knows. I'm also not like the best at rebuilding. I know you guys always tell me how I'm the best out there. I definitely don't think I am. But anyway, that's the team. Here we go. Let's advance the week, go to the midseason. I'm actually not even going to bother going to the midseason. Let me just go and cut everybody, because you definitely want to go ahead and cut your players if you're doing rebuilds, because otherwise, if you let the computer do it, some of your best players get cut out of nowhere. So I'm definitely going to go do that, and I'll see you at the playoffs. Boys, we made it. 10-6. We're in the playoffs against the 9-7 Chargers. Okay, we're in second place in the AFC East. All right. Well, how did the quarterback play? The X Factor stud quarterback, leading the league in passing again, like his rookie season. 4,500 yards, 46 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. This guy was on fire the entire time. Christian McCaffrey over 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns. Tyler Boyd doing his thing. Keenan Allen playing super well. OJ Howard continuing his dominance as well. Not many sacks let up. Oh, this offense was so unstoppable. 122 tackles for Devin White. We have 15 tackles for loss for Danielle Hunter. 2 players with over 10 sacks. 11.5 for Hugh Stamer, 10.5 for Quantavius Patterson, again, his 3rd consecutive year with over 10 sacks. 3 picks for Jalen Ramsey, 2 for Devin White and Von Bell, 1 for a few other guys down there. Okay, man, this team is finally clicking. We're in the playoffs. I'm so excited for it. But 2nd in the NFL on offense. We were 1st in the NFL on defense, and this team goes 10-6. Are you kidding me? Mariota again wins MVP. Okay, well, Noah Samuel's at number 2. Again, Tua's up there. I gotta love to see that. Nick Mullins, I love him up there too. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Marcus Mariota. Noah Samuels. Tua at number 3 as well. The same order there. Defensive Player of the Year, Miles Jack. But we have Devin White at number 5. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jacoby Russell. We have Lamar Stevenson at number 4. I wonder what his development trade is. That's going to be interesting. Joe Lacey as well at number 9. Defensive Rookie of the Year, nobody from our team. Best quarterback is Noah Samuels, even though Marcus Mariota won MVP. Whatever. Best running back, Joe Mixon. We have Christian McCaffrey, though, at number 4. Best wide receiver, D.D. Westbrook. Tyler Boyd at 4. Keenan Allen at number 7. Best offensive lineman, David DeCastro, but then Quentin Nelson, Rodney Hudson, Shaq Mason at 2, 3, and 4. Andrew Whitworth also at number 9, so we're just missing out on our right tackle. Best defensive lineman, Quintavious Patterson at number 3. Hugh Stamer at number 5. Best linebacker, Von Miller, but Devin White at number 6. Best defensive back, Mike Ford. That's an interesting one. Jalen Ramsey at number 7. Best kicker, Justin Tucker. Our kicker is not in the list. All right, though, let's check out the development trade of that wide receiver. I am really curious about this. If we can get another X Factor, could you imagine? He's only like a 73 overall or something like that right now, but he could go up like crazy if he has a good development trait. It is actually Superstar, and he has 5 experience points. Oh, that's nice. This wide receiver core is looking crazy. I don't think there's anything to reveal here on defense, but the team is still looking very nice. Let's spend the experience points. I'll also spend my coach experience because why not? Since my game is still very laggy for whatever reason, I'm not going to bother hopping into the game because then I kind of feel like the game itself will be laggy, which I really don't want to happen, but I'm just going to auto upgrade the team. Noah Samuels is going to go up to a 92 for this playoff run. That's awesome to see. But what is the overall for the Chargers? They went 9-7, but their record does not matter anymore. It never really does because the Chargers are a crazy good team in simulation. 83 overall for them. Okay, we're at 91. Come on, we can totally do this. I really just want to win a playoff game with this team. Come on. I have faith. I don't know if I should have faith, but I definitely do. And we win 48-7. That wasn't even close. Now the Bills are up. They're 12-4. The Bills are another really good team in simulation. I mean, they're good in real life, of course. They made the playoffs and everything, but in Madden, they play super well. 82 overall. Matt Milano is an X factor for their team. That's cool. So is Josh Allen. Tre'Davious White, surprisingly enough, isn't up to that yet. But let's see. Do we win that game? We do. We're in the AFC Conference Championship. Come on. I want to win a Super Bowl with this team so badly. Please, let's take down the Cleveland Browns. They're an 83 overall, but I say this all the time. They are the best team in Madden. So I think this is going to be the hardest game of the season. Even if we make it to the Super Bowl, I'd still argue that this game was harder. But here we go. Let's auto-upgrade everybody, get the team to its best possible overall. And we're going to sim straight into the Super Bowl. We made the Super Bowl, and we have to go up against the Cowboys. Okay, I'm hopping into this game. Maybe I'll try to play a little bit if it isn't that laggy. I'll have to test it out. But here we go. I think we can win a Super Bowl. I do. It took, what, 4 or 5 years from a 0 overall team to progress all the way to the Super Bowl. But we are going to just destroy the Cowboys. Okay, it's not even going to be close. They're at 84. We are at 91. We totally have this. All right, we should totally have this game. It's 21-3, 21-10. They just scored again. 24-10. I think we have it. 24-17, unless something crazy happens, and nothing crazy is going to happen. We're going to win the Super Bowl. That makes me so excited, man. What, 5 years I think it took for me to go from a 0 overall team to a Super Bowl champion team. I can't even do this with some of the regular rosters. Like, what happened? I know I cheesed the system a lot, and I got a ton of different players and a ton of draft picks and whatnot, but that's kind of how you have to do these. I think they're very fun to watch and to do, so maybe I can do another one down the line. I will certainly do one next year, hopefully earlier in the year, because that's when it seems like they're more popular, but this has been asked a lot of me. A lot of you guys have been suggesting this for a long time. I finally have gotten around to do it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, as JC Jackson, of all players, is the player of the game. Okay, but thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.